Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Phillips Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. On the visitor's sideline, head coach Liam Cohen. His team in the middle of a good run, 4-2 over their last 6 games. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Denver. Crazy. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
They got 6 on that first down run, so it is 2nd and 4.
Down.
In motion, Okonkwo. A second down throw for Love. His pass caught. It's Okonkwo. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Check.
They go play action with Love. Middle of the field, he's got Okonkwo. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run with Scatterboot. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. They try to work the screen with Scatterboot. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal.
Here we go. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. And he'll take it on in. Cooper, up, touchdown Jaguars. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
After the touchdown, here's Ticker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
There's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. While I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago. I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Shador. That's caught. It's Roman Wilson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll come up here. 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. And a good show of force there. He gets tough yards out of that one.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up the second.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5.
Count to 6.
Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Foye Alorthan with the play.
It's a gain of
3rd down. 3 to go.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
60 Bobcat. 60. Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk Mustang 19.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. 13 yards on the catch there. 1st down, Broncos.
That's another Broncos.
Let's go.
First down.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
16 more
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Play action. It's Sanders. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 11-yard line.
Tag. 18 Rock. 70 Lions. Hurt. Dragon 60. Ready.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Broncos.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Huck brings it in left side. No chance to get away. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 9. On the ground, it's Scalaboo. And Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. 3rd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Short one there to Okonkwo. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll get that out to Scalaboo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 41. Here's 2nd and 3. Love to throw. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I return to Denver after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready. 10 flat.
Now Love. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as it'll come out to the 20.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
19 tight. 19 tight.
From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, the bottom in a flash, and he lost the football. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought. Knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
That one, take it in. Cooper, Cup, touchdown, Jacksonville. That his 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Jaguars will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And once again, he loses the football. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Shador to the right side. He finds McMillan. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Here's Sanders to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Deputy! 19, tuck, 7 Pirates, 18, Pioneer.
To throw is Sanders. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Sixty Maverick. Ready. Buffalo, 18 Cardinal.
Now, Sanders. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Sanders going to throw again. Forced to his right. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of first.
Let's go. Not Cougar 19. Mustang 19.
They're going on 4th down. Sanders. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Go! 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Now Shador on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Cup 19.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So now this to get him back to even heading into the break. His kick is good, and the Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff...
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. The Broncos offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. As we give you a look at the league's leaders in receiving touchdowns, you can see he's second best among NFL running backs at this point in the year.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 1.
Ready. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Let's go now.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 27 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Get it. Viking 18. Ready, up.
On play action, Shador. That is caught. And he'll take it on in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. That is first touchdown this year.
Just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
And we got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. On is McPherson for the extra point. It's up and through. Broncos have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Liam Cohen there, the head coach of the Jaguars. His guys set to take over once more. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. They'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Cup in motion. Love to throw on 1st and 10. Over the field, he's got a Conquo. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Come on, set. Cut, yellow. 20, ready.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Scalaboo. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready,
Cup in motion.
Right, 95. Ready?
A 2nd down throw for Love. He gets this one to Moore. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That catch number 80 in this campaign. And it gives his team a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Ready. 10 black. 10.
From the gun, it's Love. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Tackle back at the 26-yard line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Love to throw. That one on target to Moore. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and a fresh set of downs.
Tough to bring down. Somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Smith red.
They'll go again with Scatterby. And the Jaguars are going to be set up 1st and goal. Couldn't reach the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
The Jaguars, 1st down. First
Blue
and
check.
goal at the 1-yard line.
Let's go. Check white.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is 1st down and goal. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I think this is one of those cases, Mike, where simple is better than creative. They try to get fancy, and not only do they not get the ball into the end zone, they don't even get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to see here.
To the goal line and in. Cam Scatterby. Touchdown, Jaguars. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense, Jahmyr Gibbs, set to get back on the field. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
Here we go. Cowboy.
They'll throw on 1st down with Sanders. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson. And he's going to be marked down, bringing it all the way to the 25-yard line.
A 49-yard gain. And the Broncos, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Ready.
A run here with Gibbs. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. So holding is the call. Take that touchdown off the board.
5 years. Let's go now. Gravity Lions. Warrior 70. Dragon 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They go play action now with Sanders. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far that has proven to not be the case.
Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
Ball
second
a
and
little
goal.
closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Shedeur Sanders. Touchdown, Denver. Pearson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Broncos go up by 7. 28-21.
Jaguars 21.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Check pink.
Now Love connects with Cup on the slant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now 2nd and inches.
38-yard line.
Check right.
That's how quick it's Cup on the RPO. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Crowd noise rises. Big play here. 3rd and 1.
Set, ready. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. Able to convert. It's 3rd and short, and they pick up 4.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw is... Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
There's Okonkwo open left side. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
Ready?
That one out wide to Gibbs. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd. Get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
38-yard line.
Get it.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. 3rd down. They need 5.
60. Let's go now. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cowboy 80.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Let go.
From the gun, it's Shador. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown. And that makes this a 2-possession game here late.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Throwing is Love. Short one there to Okonkwo. Second down, 8 for the first down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the
Check
30-yard
right.
line.
They go play action with Love. That is intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Warriors, 70.
Now Shador on first down. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. Set up his guys with great field position, a huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Yellow, 22. Put.
Throwing on second down, Love. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Point after now from Dicker. He's got it. And the Jaguars back within 7. It's 35-28. That score, too little, too late. They need a recovery and a miracle here. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Trap 60, trap 60. Nice. Good.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So mile-high salutes.